of the, oh, sorry, it is 4:04, and I will now call to order the February 28th meeting of the Norwalk Traffic Authority. We have a quorum. Before we get started, I would like to introduce the newest member of the Traffic Authority and the Norwalk Board of Police Commissioners, Mr. Tony Lopez. Mr. Lopez is joining us for the first time, having just been sworn in today, about a half an hour ago. And he is now an official member. So, Mr. Lopez, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Thank you, Tony Lopez. Glad to be on board, and was a quick, of course, swearing in. I thank you, Mayor Rilling, and look forward to serving with everyone here.
Okay, if
Welcome aboard.
staff could, starting with Commissioner Collier Clemens, if you could introduce yourself for Mr. Lopez's edification.
I'm Fran Collier Clemens, of course, Norwalk, and I've been on the Commissioners Board for several years.
Yes,
Welcome aboard.
you started in 2013 with me. And before
Yeah.
that, by the way.
Yeah, and even before that.
Chief?
Hi, Tom Kulhalik. Mr. Lopez and I met briefly a few minutes ago.
Okay. Deputy Chief?
Hi, Sue Zecca, Deputy Chief.
Sergeant Calise? You muted? There you go.
Can you hear me out? How are you, sir? Sal Calise. I'm with the Norwalk Police Department. I'm a sergeant in community policing and the traffic division.
And Mr. Bolella?
Hey, welcome, Mr. Lopez. Garrett Balella, I'm the Assistant Director of Transportation, Mobility, and Parking.
I'm sorry, and Mike Yosak.
And Mr. Lopez, I'm Mike Yosak. I'm also with the Transportation, Mobility, and Parking as Principal Engineer. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
The other people joining us are usually here for some event that they're planning and that we have to vote on. So having said all that, we will get started. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the meeting of January 24th, 2022. Do we have a motion?
I so move.
Commissioner Collier Clemens moves. Are there any corrections, deletions, omissions, or additions that you will note?
None that I noted.
Okay, so all in favor of approving the minutes of the meeting of January 24th, 2022, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Abstentions? Commissioner Lopez, I would imagine you'd want to abstain.
Abstain.
Next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the special meeting of February 7th, 2022. Do I have a motion?
I move approval of the special meeting minutes, February 7th.
Any corrections, deletions, omissions?
None that I see.
Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed and abstentions.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Mayor, we missed a public comment.
Oh, okay, we'll do that right after we do the meetings. Yeah, you're right. We did the second meeting. Okay. Yes, thank you, Chief. A public comment now. Are there anybody that is wishing to address the traffic authority?
For any of the attendees who are on the meeting at the moment, if you'd like to address the traffic authority, just click the raise hand button on the bottom of your screen, and then I'll allow you to unmute.
Okay, I see just Richard Chubney, who is a reporter with Herbst Media, so I'm not sure if he wants to address the commission. If not, then we will move on to business item number 3. Approve the route for the wall that heals on June 2nd, 2022. Do I have a motion?
I move approval of the race. Oh,
Okay.
oh, this is item 3. Item 3.
Item 3.
Okay, for the route for the wall that heals.
Okay, and who's going to discuss this?
Sergeant Calise will take this.
Sergeant Calise.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm getting used to the Zoom stuff. I apologize. So I was talking to Jeff earlier. The route that we're planning on, if this is what you want, we're going to leave Sherwood Island at 2 o'clock on the 31st. We're gonna go down to the Post Road in Westport. We're gonna take a left. We're gonna go straight down the Post Road till we get to Strawberry Hill. We're gonna take a left on the Strawberry Hill. We're gonna go down Strawberry Hill past the schools. This way the school children could come outside and observe it if they want to. Jeff had some good ideas about that. Then we're gonna take a left onto Norton's, out to Winfield Street, take a right on Winfield, down to the mobile gas station. We'll take a left there, a right onto Van Zandt Street, right into the park.
Okay.
This way we don't have to worry about any of the bridges. That was our issue.
And how large of a caravan will this be?
If Jeff wants to talk about that, he knows more than I do. They're gonna have a lot of motorcycles from the VFW. We're gonna have Westport Police Department. We're gonna have other police departments, their motorcycle units coming by. It sounds like it's gonna be a pretty big caravan. Westport PD is gonna help us. We're gonna have enough people for the escort also. We're gonna help Westport and Westport. Westport's gonna help us in Norwalk.
And one other question, what do we have as far as requirement to notify the state, because Winfield Street is Route 136, a state road?
I'll work on that.
Okay. Commissioner Collier Clemens or Commissioner Lopez, any questions?
No,
I'm
no question.
looking at the application, and it states that this is Thursday, June the 2nd through Sunday, June the 5th.
That's where it's going to be on display in.
Okay,
Veterans Park.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and the
It's
actual,
coming down on the 31st, which is a Tuesday, I believe. May 31st. We're gonna
May
bring it over to
31st.
this park.
If I
that's
may,
the
it's the
setup
day
date,
after
May
Memorial
the
Day.
31st. Okay, and the actual route will be on June the 2nd, right?
No, ma'am. It's gonna be on the 31st.
Oh,
It'll be on display to the public from June 2nd to June 5th.
okay, got you. All right.
Mr. DeWitt, for Commissioner Lopez's edification, can you describe briefly what the Wall That Heals is?
Absolutely, I'd be happy to. For those that don't know me, I'm chairman of the Military Veterans Liaison Committee in Norwalk. And we applied in 2019 to have the Wall That Heals, which is a 3/4 scale replica of the Vietnam War Memorial in Washington, D.C. We applied then to have it come, and that got canceled because of COVID. So we reapplied. We were the first city to reapply in 2021. And I begged to have this display come during the school year, and they accommodated that request. And so basically it's a method to honor the 58,000 names that are on the wall, and to honor Vietnam veterans. Norwalk is considered the host city. This is viewed as a county-wide event. And if I could go back to the question about the escorts, those are the American Legion of VFW at the state level have an arm of each organization that are called the Riders. And these are veterans that are members of those organizations. And they know other motorcycle clubs that will want to be interested in this. So the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund, which owns the wall, wants the arrival to be kind of loud and proud and create a buzz. And coming straight down the Post Road in Westport, no better way. And then the arrival at Vets Park, we're gonna have a big American flag hung off of fire department ladder trucks, and June 1st, the next day, will be the setup, and kind of a soft open that afternoon, and then officially open June 2nd, and then shuts down June 5th, and no escort out of town. Once the wall's put back on the trailer, it'll be taken out of town kind of quietly, with the help of Sergeant Police on the best route to get to the hideaway they want. I hope that helps.
Yes,
Thank
it
you,
does.
Mr. DeWitt.
Thank you.
Mr. DeWitt? Any further comments or questions or concerns? Okay, seeing none, all in favor of the route for the Wall That Heals, signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Mr. DeWitt, for all your work that you've done on this. We're really, really excited about getting this into the city. We were very disappointed last time when we couldn't have it. And thank you, Sergeant Calise, for all the work that you're going to be doing to help make this happen. So again, thank you.
My thanks to the committee. Can I drop off now, or is that all right?
Yes, you can. Yeah,
All right, great, thank you.
it's always good when you're first on the agenda. Next item 4, approve the race route for the MMF Team for Cures 5K walk run on June 4th. Do I have a motion?
I move approval.
Okay, who's going to discuss this?
We have Ms. Lindsay Griffin here to speak about this one.
Ms. Griffin?
There. So we have had this, this is the Multiple Myeloma Research Foundation is a nonprofit organization. And this event raises funds and awareness for multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer. MMRF is based there in Norwalk, and we've had this event here at Taylor Farm Park for many years in the past. As a matter of fact, this route was permitted last year. We ended up not only using the lower half of it due to weather last year. Would you like me to share my screen and walk through the route with you, or?
Well, we have the in the packet. I don't know if Mr. Yosak has probably worked on this. If you could just describe the route, where it's going to go, how many runners and or racers and so forth.
Okay. The route goes, so it starts at Taylor Farm Park, goes out Canfield to Calf Pasture Beach Road, to just south of Marvin, and turn around there and then go back south toward Canfield, and then we'll go along the water there and go back to our site.
Okay, then how many participants do you anticipate?
350.
I'm sorry, I missed that. How many?
350.
Okay. And you've had this before? You've done the same route?
Yes,
And you've got arrangements with the police department for proper coverage?
we will.
Yeah. Okay. Commissioner Lopez or Commissioner Collier Clemens, any questions?
Yes. What's the time frame? I may have missed that.
This will start at 9 a.m. on June 4th.
9 a.m. through.
The event will start at 9 a.m. We'll have the road closure, around 7 in the morning. And then we will complete around 11 in the morning.
So what road will you be closing at 7?
Beach Road. It's on the 4th.
I'm sorry?
On the 4th of June.
Yeah, but I'm wondering is why the beach road is going to be closed that early?
For our route, for our walk run.
Well, if you close it at 7 and the race starts at 9,
For
that's
course prep, for setting out cones and further course prep.
Will there be any, is that an outgoing lane?
It's the outbound lane. It's the outbound lane, Mayor.
Well, how are people going to get out of the beach if the road is closed?
I think they have the whole road closed. I think they have a partial closure.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes all the difference in the world.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
they have 700 cones and 65 barricades.
Okay, so one lane going out of the beach will be available to the motoring public.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions from the commission?
I see from the application that the police department has not yet reviewed this course. Is that true?
I believe they're still working with the police department, yes.
Okay.
As well as traffic, mobility, and parking, Mr. Balella?
Mike, you've reviewed this, right? And they provided the map. Maybe you could put the map up on the screen too, to confirm.
Yes, we reviewed with them. The police department still reviewing it.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Ms. Griffin.
Thank you for your support. You guys have a good day.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Thank you. Sir.
Item number 5, I know Mr. Whipple is here for the 2022 Garavel Sono Half Marathon. Do I have a motion to move that for discussion?
I move that item 5.
Okay. Who's going to speak on this? Is it going to be Mr. Yosak and Mr. Whipple, or?
Mr. Whipple can speak on it.
Okay.
So, hi guys, guys and ladies. This will be year 8. You should have a copy of the map. The route was changed 3 years ago. Came up with a great route. We moved it from a Saturday to a Sunday. That seemed to have worked very well. And all the feedback in the last few years has been really positive. Very few issues. I think the residents at this point seem to know the race is usually the first Sunday in October. We do a good job with social media, email blasts, signs that go out a week in advance. So, based on last year's feedback, very few issues. So hopefully another smooth year coming up this year.
Okay. Yeah, I must say that when you changed the route and the date, the situation got so much better and so much of an improvement. And I got few, if any, comments or complaints last time that you ran it. So it seems to be working well. Any questions from the commissioners?
No, I don't have a question. I'd just like to comment that I think that this is really nice, the way that you have the roads that are going to be closed and expected delays, and advising the public, to expect some delays in this. I think that's great.
Mhm.
And just hats off to you for keeping this up for 8 years.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're really proud of it. It's a great event. Being runners, we're really excited about bringing it to the city, and every single year with the feedback, we've just tried to make it better. And obviously, even some of the people that don't like the traffic have been very supportive, and just very few issues the last couple of years. Like the mayor said, moving it to a Sunday. I mean, as a runner, it was nice on a Saturday because then you have the next day, but definitely Sunday has helped. We moved the time up a half an hour earlier. So yeah, just everything is, and the sponsors have been very supportive. So we love the event. Thank you very much for the comment.
Yeah. And I thank you for, taking our suggestions that we've made through the years and turn it into a positive and making it a better event for you and the city. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Commissioner Lopez, any comments, questions?
No, I definitely think it's a great thing. Of course, from what I've heard, it's a great event. So I wish you the best of success.
Thank you very much.
And it brings a lot of people into Norwalk and helps our economy by somebody, going in and having brunch maybe, or coffee and whatever. So.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
So any further discussion, the chief or deputy chief or TMP or? No. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries unanimously. Next item is item number 6. Approve the race route for the Lightfoot Running Club Mother's Day 10K race on Sunday, May 8th. By a process of elimination, I would imagine, is that Mr. Benjamin that's here for that? Or Miss Bird? No, I mean, Mr. Garwick.
Mr. Gerwick.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll actually, Don Capone is actually the race director, but I think he asked me to fill in because I'm kind of the
okay, so can I have a motion from the commission to move it forward for discussion?
So moved.
Yes, I move.
Mr.
Go ahead.
Lopez moves. And who's going to discuss this?
Mr. Gerwick, you want to explain the race?
Yeah, it's the same route we've used the last couple of years. We changed it, I don't know, I guess 3 years ago or 4 years ago to eliminate all the crossings of the I-95 entrance and exit ramps. And so it's now all contained south of I-95. The only issue is, I think the first year we did that, the drawbridge went up in the middle of the race.
That doesn't help very much. Tough
No,
to jump across.
no, only if you're good, if you're a strong swimmer. But that hasn't been an issue since then. So as long as the construction on the walk bridge doesn't begin in the next 2 months, the same route should be fine.
Okay.
You started Calf Pasture Beach and go over to Matthews Park, is that, or do you start?
Yeah,
at
basically, yep, yeah, along Seaview, across the Straffolino Bridge, past the through Sono, up on Water Street, and then we get on the bike path and go up past the transfer station and up through Matthews Park and then back, basically. So it's kind of an out loop and back course.
Okay.
Any questions or discussion? And this is the same.
I just want to be clear that the start and the finish is in Matthews Park. Is that right?
No, it's in Calf Pasture. Matthews Park is the midpoint of the race.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Follow the numbers. I got it. Got it. So I have no other questions.
Okay, Commissioner Lopez?
No, I have no questions.
Okay, hearing no comments or concerns, all in favor of approving the Lightfoot Running Club Mother's Day race, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, motion carries. Item number 7, approve the race route for the O'Neill's 5K Mother's Day race on May 15th, which is a week later, thankfully. Can I have a motion?
So move.
Commissioner Collier
Discussion on-
Clemens moves. Who's going to present that?
That would be me again.
Okay, Mr. Gerwick.
Same route as it's been used pretty much since, well, it's been modified slightly, but the last couple of years. So it starts on, I think it's Ann Street there. I always get the names mixed up. It goes across the bridge, does a loop in Vets Park, and then returns, goes through Oyster Shell, and then finishes at right behind O'Neill's Restaurant. This will be the 10th year for the race. It was started by the Curtin family to commemorate or in memory of their daughter who passed away suddenly at a young age. And they've always designated a youth-oriented charity as the beneficiary. And this year it's, I think it's called Project Steps, which finds employment for special ed students from Norwalk after they age out of the program there. So that'll be the beneficiary this year.
Now, that's certainly a good cause. Any further discussion? Again, I know this has been done for quite some time. Mr. Curtin is very passionate, the Curtin family, about this. And it's always been run without any issues whatsoever. I always stop down at the end of the race and greet the crowd and thank them for their participation. Any further discussion or questions or comments?
None.
So all in favor of approving the O'Neill's 5K Mother's Day race?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Next, thank you, Mr. Gerwick. Next is the item 8, to submit a request to the Office of the State Traffic Administration to review and consider reducing the approved speed limit on State Route 809 Riverside Avenue north of Hill Street to Route 123 from 40 to 30 miles an hour. Do I have a motion?
I so move.
Moved by Commissioner Collier Clemens. Mr. Bilella, is this yours?
This is, Mike's gonna speak to this one.
Okay.
That's fine, Mr. Mayor. Basically, what we have currently is a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit on a section of Riverside Avenue. With the proposed Norwalk River Valley Trail coming in this upcoming summer, I think it's a good idea to have the state reevaluate that, take a look at that speed limit to see if it still makes sense to be 40 miles an hour. I think we would like to recommend that it move down to 30 miles an hour.
Okay. Any discussion from the commission?
I think that's a good suggestion, and I hope they see the benefit for us in our submitting a request to reduce that speed limit.
Particularly when the Norwalk River Valley is having such a path.
Yeah. And I think the NRVT that comes out close to Riverside Avenue, very close. And so I think it's the right thing to do. Any further discussion?
Question with regards to if it obviously it's considered, would the signage be following or?
Yes, so once approved by the state, then we'd ask for them to request for them to install the supplemental signage to match the reduction in speed limit.
Okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next, item number 9, submit a request to the Office of State Traffic Administration to review and consider reducing the approved speed limit on River Road from 30 to 25 miles per hour. Mr. Yosak, I guess again.
Mr. Benjamin's going to take this one in.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah, and
Benjamin.
I just wanted to take the opportunity to honorable commission members to introduce Kyle Benjamin. So he joined the team recently. He's actually the department's transportation, mobility, and parking's traffic data analyst. So he's the first one to basically receive all the citizen service requests come in. Over the past several months, he's been involved in the process of evaluating several of them, and he's going to speak today on the proposed speed limit reduction for River Road. Take it away, Kyle.
Mr. Benjamin.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and honorable commission members. If you don't mind, I will share my screen. So here on the map is Norwalk. If we zoom in just above Silvermine Ave, you'll see River Road. It is this stretch here, and it goes to the border of New Canaan here where it meets Mill Run. I'll then switch to this screen. We recently got a citizen request to look into speeding on the road. They had said there's lots of pedestrian activity along the road and people were speeding. So we at TMP had the opportunity to go out and look at the road. There is a lot of pedestrian activity, and we did see some observations of speeding. Currently, we'd like to request that the road, as stated, goes down to 25 miles per hour from OSTA. The road is very narrow. You can see on this diagram, there is a 15-foot wide area, and it ranges to about 23 feet in other locations. New Canaan has also signed their portion of the road, Mill Run, as 25 miles per hour. So we'd like to just match them so that because the character of the road doesn't change at all. So we'd like to match what other towns are doing, especially as you enter the roadway. It would also allow us to put up a new 25 mile per hour sign going southbound, as there is one missing on the roadway. Thank you.
Okay, and that's to the state because we're asking for it to go below 30, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, it's not a state road, so.
Yes, it's a, yes, local road.
I don't think we moved that item, so if somebody would move the item,
I move item 9.
okay. Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Other items, I see Mr. Rivas here for Pride in the Park. And what are we doing with this? It's not an action item, or is it an action item?
It's not an action item, Mr. Mayor, but they are having a event in the park that could have impact on the road. So I just wanted to make the traffic authority aware of it in case they want to make any suggestions.
But it's not an action item for today.
I don't think it needs to be an action item.
Okay, it'll come back before the commission prior to June, I would imagine.
If the commission wants to see it again as an action item, but all the events contained in the park, but there will be pedestrian activity getting to the park.
Okay, you're right. Gotcha. Okay. So, Mr. Rivas, if you would tell us what you're going to do. I know this is how many years you've been there?
I forget. Quite a lot, though. I think more than 5.
Yeah,
So it's
it's quite an event.
Yes, so it is quite a large event for Norwalk. And you are correct. We do have a large crosswalk in front of the park that we do use. And we do hire some Norwalk police officers to manage that intersection so that pedestrians can cross the intersection safely and also manage the entrance to the park as well. The event will happen on June 11th. And we are trying as best as possible to reduce the number of cars on that intersection by having shuttles to and from the train station and also using shuttles to other parking lots and parking garages, both on Wall Street and surrounding areas. So we are doing our best to decrease any traffic flow through that area as much as possible. This is my first time in front of the committee, so I'm not entirely sure what else I'm supposed to say.
We may ask you some questions,
Okay.
which I'm about to do.
Okay, so Commissioner Collier-Clemens?
So how long is this event? What is the time frame?
It is from 12, well, the event itself opens at noon and goes till about 8:39 p.m. But we do start setting up for the event as early as 8 a.m. on that Saturday. And we will have some deliveries of fencing, porta potties and other things the night before on Friday.
And that's not going to have any impact on the traffic and so forth. Okay, great.
I don't assume that it will.
What's the expected or anticipated attendance? What has it been?
It's been around 7,000 individuals that show up between the hours of 12 and 8.
So
I appreciate the effort in extending the traffic, or I should say mitigating the traffic that you've just explained a little earlier, which is great.
Yeah, we're everyone likes to walk and there aren't any close by parking lots. So some people do walk. So we're trying to make it as safe as possible for pedestrians. And also now that the Pride, the rainbow crosswalk was installed, we're assuming that some individuals would also like to take pictures on that. So having police officers there present, monitoring the intersection would be the best case scenario for us.
Any further questions? Well, we wish you well with the event and we hope it is a beautiful sunny day.
That's what we're hoping for. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Seeing no further business to come before the authority. The next meeting will be Monday, March 21st, 2022. At 4 p.m. via Zoom. I believe that might be the last Zoom meeting. It all depends on how we are in reference to the pandemic. We want to get back in person as quickly as we possibly can. So that might be the last Zoom meeting, and perhaps we might meet in person on that meeting, but we'll take it one step at a time. So with that, a motion to adjourn the Norwalk Traffic Authority.
So
move to adjourn.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So now there's another link for the Police Commission, Chief. Yep. So we have to leave this link and go to the Police Commission. Okay.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Lopez.